Happy hump day! Mike. So we've said many times that life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Now, what does that mean? Why do we say that? Well, that means that we're supposed to be ever expanding. You know, the phrase that I like is you're either growing or you're dying. You know, people sometimes get to a certain point in their life where they don't want to do anything new and they just try to keep everything. You know, they get scared, right? They get what they want out of their life. And so then they try to keep everything in a little nest, in a little area. And then they start to slowly die and their world gets smaller and smaller and smaller. I've seen it all the time, especially with successful people. They get to a point where they have this level of success and then they get scared. They get conservative and they get scared and they huddle up in these little gated communities and the world just gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And they start to live off of fear. So that's why we say you're either growing or you're dying. And that then comes the phrase, life begins at the end of your comfort zone. So what we mean by that is you need to be doing things that are outside of your comfort zone so that you're expanding. That's how you expand, is doing things that you've never done before. So ask yourself, when's the last time you did something that you'd never done before? When's the last time that you did something that scares you? I forget who was it, Dr. Seuss? Somebody said, do something every week that scares you, or do something every day that scares you. That's again designed to make it so that you're pushing your envelope, so that you're pushing past those barriers. Because when you feel like you're expanding, when you feel like you're growing, that's where happiness comes from. Happiness comes from progress. You know, happiness and fulfillment comes from feeling like you're becoming more of who you're supposed to be. And so getting past your comfort zone is going to do that because now you've conquered something else. You know, what's great about doing a marathon or doing a triathlon or writing a book or doing any of those things? It's because you've conquered it. You know, if you say I ran a marathon, somebody might ask you how fast you did it, but they really don't care. What they care about is you did it. And what really matters is you made a decision to do it, and you did the prep, and you did the work, and you showed up that day, and you took the first step. If you go to run a marathon and you don't finish, okay, but the fact is that you showed up and you were there to do it, which is really expanding your comfort zone. And if you finished, even better. If you didn't finish, okay, well then there's an opportunity to learn and to train a little bit more. But the point is, you know, when we do a fire walk at a UPW, sometimes people will get halfway across the fire, and if they're doing it right, they're not feeling anything, so they'll stop and they'll look down. And then they'll hop off the fire and finish. And then they'll feel badly saying, oh my God, I didn't finish. I did it wrong. And we have to grab them and say, no, you did it perfectly. It's all about taking that first step. It doesn't matter if you walk all the way across the fire. What matters is you took the first step. Because that's where you expanded your comfort zone. That's where you said, I'm going to do this, and you did it. So what is it that you need to do in order to expand your comfort zone? And this is something we ought to be doing all the time. I mean, we should constantly be looking at another way to do something that we've never done before, to give ourselves an opportunity to grow. Just remember, the key to happiness is progress. The key to living is giving, okay? If you want fulfillment in your life, then give. I love the phrase, people think that money doesn't buy happiness, they haven't given enough away. And if you want to learn more about money, by the way, Grant Cardona's got a thing going on all week where he does an hour thing on money starting at about, I think it's about 4 o'clock Central Time. I think it's 5 o'clock Eastern Time. I saw it on Instagram. It's on all the platforms. He's doing a great thing. You know, Grant's great on money. He's doing a great thing on money. So the secret to living is giving, but the secret to happiness is progress. And progress means that you're going outside your comfort zone on a regular basis. So make an intentional decision that you're going to do something that you've never done within the next 7 days. And remember, when you get to a certain point in your life where you've achieved what you want, don't stop. Figure out something new to do. Figure out a new way to expand yourself Because when you do that, you become the most of yourself, and that's where you're going to feel fulfillment. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. It's great to see everybody, and thank you for your comments. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.